Hey guys, it's Samwise GG here, and we are back on free rune removal day. Woo! Super excited. I have had a pretty good day today so far. Quite a few changes I have made, and just wanted to do a quick video on some of the key changes and highlights that I've made and get a bit of an understanding of what you guys are up to as well. Would love to hear your thoughts on biggest wins, anyone that you're most proud of, and also get a little bit of an understanding of how to rune a couple of my mons as well. So the key for me, yesterday actually, I finally 6-starred. Where is she? Here she is. Finally 6-starred Sekhmet. Super excited about that. And then I wanted to look at how to rune her. So I had a look on here, and when I went to suggested, there were 2 options, and that was it. 2 options on how to rune her, or 2 sort of good ones, and I wasn't 100% sold. So what I've done, as you can see here, these are her stats. So she's a support mon. I've tried to rune her with enough accuracy to land those debuffs, and her speed's pretty poor, but I'm still not quite sure where I'm going to use her either. So I'm a little bit on the fence about that. I know she'll be used in Arena, I'm just not sure whether offense or defense, and likewise Guild Wars as well. So I've runed her Will Focus. These are the only 2 good Will runes that I had. As you can see, they're not great, but like I said, it's all I had. I'll level those up. Focus is just for the extra accuracy. And Endure, I wasn't quite sure what else to go. I thought, why not pop some extra resistance on there for her? And this is where she's at. So we've got HP, Defense HP. It's only Defense there because it didn't have a great HP rune for Focus. So this is where she's at. I need to level those up, and then obviously these stats will improve somewhat as well. But any thoughts you have on how to rune her would be great. I do know I need better speed, but I'm just not sure I'm ready to go speed HP. I don't have a great HP slot for rune on Focus, Will, Endure. And I could obviously put her on Violent, but even then I don't have any good Violent HP runes left either. I've put them on other mons. So any thoughts you have, let me know. Hot damn Quadam. As you can see, his HP needs extreme improvement. And this is just, I've just popped him on Endure, Energy Shield. Not great runes, but they'll do the job for now. So my theory with Rune Removal Day, I don't like stealing from one to give to another. I've got some great mons, like for example Bella. I'm really happy with where she's at. People always tell me I need more speed, but I like her like this. I like her slightly slower with extra HP. She works for me in how I use her. Likewise my Vero, I'm really happy with him. I use both of these 2 in TOA. I use them in dungeons runs. Occasionally I use them in offense guild or arena, and I'm really happy with where they're at. So unless I can improve their runes, I try not to play with these guys too much. I like to keep them where they are. So even though I'm probably going to use Hot Damn more than I use Vero at the moment, just given that I am more of an arena type of player, I still don't want to steal runes from Vero just to put them on Hot Damn, which means for me that my key for Sekhmet is using whatever I've got left, or really focusing on farming more dungeons to get some better runes. So she's got what I've got, the best of what I've got on her, and over the next month or so I'll certainly do a bit more research and look on some Reddit posts as well to see what the general consensus is on how to rune her, and then I'll start farming those dungeons to try to get those runes. But any thoughts, please let me know. I'm a bit lost. Likewise, Stella. So she's not 6-starred yet. I've got a few skill ups in her, and I've got 4 more waiting to go. So I just need a 5th one to make her a 6-star, and she is ready. So I'm not quite sure how to rune her. I've got some pretty good stuff left over in bits and bobs. Not so much in Fatal. They're kind of just drips and jabs at the moment, but I've got some, that might be a good one for her. So I've got some runes that I can put on her. I'm just not quite sure how to rune her. Okeanos is another one. I actually need to awaken him. So this week I'll be looking at really farming the fire dungeon to get that going. So thoughts on either of those two on how to rune, would love to hear it. The other real win for me this month has been focusing very much on my necro team. So I've now got my necro team to a place where I'm really happy. I can do it in about 4 minutes, which is quite successful, I think. The key has really been to speed tune, so I've really focused on trying to get them hitting in the right order. And Colleen is a huge player in that. So for me, Colleen hits first. I've got her runed Revenge Vio, and the reason for that, her first skill hits 3 times, so if I can get a revenge hit, that's awesome on the boss's shield in Necro. And I've runed her Speed HP. As you can see, that's not a brilliant rune, but best I had. And until I get some more revenge runes out of the dungeons, then she'll stay that way, probably for a very long time, because every month I get more ones that I end up 6-starring, and then they tend to get the focus, and it'll be, you know, I'm happy with where she's at, to be honest. She doesn't need a lot more improvement. Accuracy could definitely use some improvement, as could her defense, but at the end of the day, you know, she's got pretty good HP, her speed's pretty good, and as long as she's landing enough of those debuffs, then I'm pretty happy. So she's been a big one, as has, where is, of course, Fuko would be with the wind mons. So Fuko has been another one that I've really focused on re-runing. I've got him on Revenge Focus. That focus is really just to improve my accuracy there. His crit rate, as you can see, is shite. So I probably need to look at improving that as well. I don't want to go away from the focus to put him on Blade. That's my only concern. So these are where he's at the moment. That crit rate needs to be improved, but I might end up just grinding that out, I think, potentially. Let's see, which one's a good one to look at. Oh, this one's pretty good. Let's see if we've got any grindstones. Oh, alright. Well, after this rune removal day, I really do feel like I'm at a better place for doing raid 4, so I might give that a go and see if I can really improve my grindstones and try to get some extra gems as well, enchanted gems. So Wonky King, Wang as I call him very affectionately, I've also re-runed him slightly as well. So I've got him runed very much for raid, so Rift. So I've got him on defense, crit damage, defense. It does mean though that I need to again improve my crit rate. So I'll need to possibly take him off Revenge to put him on Blade, just to improve that crit rate. I really need it at sort of 65-70%. So I'll need to do a bit of improvement here, but I usually get a crit rate buff as well. So for example, Chilling does a good crit rate buff. Not that I bring him into raids at all, ever, but that doesn't make sense. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm really happy with Annabelle as well. She is my MVP for just about everything. I think she's amazing, amazing, amazing. Her heal is insane. Could not be happier with her. I've got her on a broken set just because this rune here was the best that I had. And to be honest, I'm not really fussed on what else I use for her. I wanted that speed rune. I think that's fantastic at plus 20 speed. But other than that, I could certainly go for one with better subs in terms of that heal. Certainly more HP would be nice, more accuracy would be nice, but overall I'm really happy with where she's at. So that's probably it for me. I haven't done a lot of changes this month. Every month I end up having less and less changes to make. Bernie, for example, I haven't touched. I wish I could improve his speed. He really needs an extra, he needs to be around 270, 280 to be competitive, especially given that I don't have a speed leaner for arena. So I do need to make improvements there, but unfortunately I just don't have the runes right now, and I haven't been farming giant dungeons, so I haven't been able to get any better runes for him yet. But I'll get there. I will definitely get there. It's going to take some time, and again I might look at grinding out some of the speed runes at some point. So for example, grind that to try to get it to 20 plus. Although that's not going to be a hard rune to replace, I just need to get a little bit of luck in my level ups. power-ups I should say, but I'll get there. So the trick for me has really been to focus on a couple of key mons I want to improve. I haven't changed Pungbeak either. So, Necro was really the big focus for me. Lynette's a key mon for me in Necro as well. So it's all about speed tuning, making sure they get them at just the right level. I've taken her off an attack, crit damage, attack build because I couldn't get that crit rate high enough. So she's now attack. And I'll see how that goes. I'm a little bit concerned, but I haven't actually ran Necro with her as full attack yet. I'll see how it goes, and I'll still have a little bit of time to change it up if it doesn't work. That is the joy of trial and error on Rune Removal Day. So I'll have to give that a go. But that's pretty much it. When I first started doing Rune Removal Day, I remember like the first 6 or 7 months, it was all about reruning everything. So I would make space in my inventory, and I would just go so hard. I'd remove all the runes off everyone and end up spending the entire 24 hours barely sleeping, super stressed, trying to play around with them all and basically start from scratch every single month. And I realised that was just too much, and it wasn't necessary, because you get to a point where the monsters may not be perfect, you may not be 100% happy with where they're at, but if you keep pulling from one to give to another, then you're just going to get into this perpetual cycle of constantly changing up every single mon's runes. It's hard to keep track of them all, and I feel like it's a lot easier, certainly for me and my game where I'm at right now, just to focus on a few key monsters each Rune Removal Day, and then you get to a point where you're pretty happy with them. There might be 1 or 2 tweaks that you'll look at eventually. So Zyros, for example, Pungbeak, I haven't changed them in months and months and months, but I know the exact rune that I'm looking for when I do change them. So as soon as I get that, I make a note of it in my book. I've got my little book right here. And this is my Summoner's War book. So every month as I'm doing my dungeons runs, I do take a note of any of the really amazing, super saucy runes that I plan on putting on my mon's next FRRD. So I just keep note of that, keep a note of which mon it's going on and whether it's in storage or whether I am taking it off another mon, and then come free Rune Removal Day, within the first sort of 2 hours, I'm done, and then it's just up to testing. And I'm lucky that, given the time zone difference with being in Australia, the day reset happens currently with daylight savings. It happens at 5 p.m. for me, and that's on a Saturday. So last night, today's Sunday, so last night, as soon as 5 p.m. hit, I was on the couch with my tablet, with my book, and re-runing those that I needed to, doing my slight tweaking, and then I had all Saturday night to myself, and today is just about fine-tuning and tweaking. So really happy with where they're all at right now. As you can see, just putting my team on just to show you where I'm at right now with my Necro. I am going to be doing a Necro video very soon. By no means is it an expert's guide, but it is really for that sort of mid-level player guide to Necro. If you haven't yet made the step, hopefully you'll get some tips and tricks from the video about how to make that transition from Giants, Dragons into Necro. But as I said, would love to hear what your absolute win of the day was for Free Rune Removal Day. For me, I'd have to say it's probably going to be... Ooh, that's a tough one. I think I'm going to go with Sekhmet. I don't think she's perfect by any means, but the fact that I 6-starred her and now I've got some pretty good runes on her, I'll start playing around. It will be a work in progress. It's going to take me a few months to get it right, especially given that I didn't use her as a 5-star. So what I've done with most of these mons, with for example this team here, I use them as 5 stars, and that meant I was really familiar with their kit out and I knew exactly how to rune them, or how I thought I needed to rune them. So I had a really good baseline for understanding what to do with them. Whereas with Sekhmet, same as Okeanos, I haven't used them as 5 stars. I've leveled them up, popped them in storage until I can 6-star. So it's a very new experience for me with Sekhmet, and likewise with the runes. But I'm still really happy. I think she's going to be amazing, and I can't wait to break her out into my arena team. But love your thoughts on how to rune her as well. Any ideas and tips and tricks that you guys have for Rune Removal Day? What's your strategy? What do you do? Do you start from scratch? Do you try to focus on a few mods at a time? Really keen to get a better understanding of what other people are doing, because I feel like a lot of people talk about free rune removal day, but not so much around how to get the best out of it. It's more focused on the runes rather than your approach to it. So let me know what you guys do. And if you're interested in Necro, keep an eye out for that video coming soon. You know, this is a pretty obtainable, well, I shouldn't say obtainable team. We've got 4 Nat 4s in here and 1 2-star. Colleen is really, really great for Rift as well. So if you do build a Colleen, you won't regret her at all. Well, providing that you're looking towards a Rift team. Lynette, I got her from a Secret Dungeon or Hall of Heroes a few months ago, and I'm really, really happy with her as well. A lot of people don't use her though, so she's definitely not an essential. You know, don't feel like you need, oh, that's disappointing. Don't feel like you need any of these particular ones. I think Colleen's probably the only essential one that you need. Anyway, there you have it. Free rune removal day. Woo! Super excited. I love this day now. Few months of very much hating on it, but now I'm really happy, and I do look forward to it because I do take a more organized approach to it. And yeah, that's it. Stay tuned for some more videos coming up soon, and please don't forget to share your comments and thoughts in the section below. Thanks for watching.